Alright, going over really basic stuff to start with, and then we'll kind of get more into like more advanced positioning and stuff like that. So just going to go over split since that's what we'll be playing today. So we're going to be talking about positioning, and all positioning is about space. Okay. Space is a concept that everyone knows, but most people don't really understand it. In general, in the beginning of the map, a lot of maps are like this. Space is usually split up like this. Defense is, red side. Yellow is what neutral, basically what people are going to be fighting for, and green's going to be the attack side. So pretty simple. Red defense, they have all of that space, yada yada, vice versa. Okay. In reality, though, they don't actually own all of that space. It's just that they don't have to worry about that space. And the reason why they don't need to worry about it is because there are 5 chokes. All of these red lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all choke points that the attack side has to get through before defense has to worry about anything like past that. So essentially, they own all that space is because they have all of the choke points covered.
I'm gonna be right back, Kitsune.
Yeah, go for it. As for the attack side, same thing, green line. And yellow is what people are fighting for. Cool. Alright, so when people are holding chokes on defense, just put like a very default positioning here on this map. So there'll be 5 players, and usually they like holding stuff like this. Unless one of these players like looks away or dies, they have all of the space in red. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's imagine a scenario. This actually happens a lot, where we are hitting 5-man A. How many times in your ranked games where you guys are like 5-manning A? Whatever. Space. This is like the space people are hoping. Okay. How many times, like, there gets a trade, 1v1, or one of your teammates dies, and then you guys kind of get stuck A-main? How often does that, like, happen to you guys?
Not.
A lot. If we take a look at the situation of the map, essentially, it should never happen because one of 2 things are going to happen. First of all, it's literally 5 against 1 person, either the heaven or the site. It's literally 5 on 1. But due to many times, as soon as someone dies A main, everyone else gets scared and just stays put. While that happens, the enemy essentially has time to squeeze everyone out. What that means is, like, in your ranked games, when someone dies, they still have all of this space, and the only thing that we would have offensively is just this. Okay? Now, as more time passes, they're eventually going to squeeze us out even more. So they're going to be able to control all of it, and they'll maintain this space. What this means is that originally there was 5 chokes that the enemy has to worry about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now from 5 chokes, due to the situation that happened, and due to the stall of the other 4 people staying in main, the only chokes they need to worry about went from 5 to 1, 2, 3. And that means that they basically can have a better advantage. Okay? So this obviously happens in rank. I say ranked games because this happens way too many times. If we have a different situation, instead of one person gets traded, and then we have 4-man take site, and let's just say for sake of argument, this chamber takes 2 for 1, and now it's 2 on 3. This situation here is way, 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 way better than this situation here. Okay? Because with this situation, there's a lot more the enemy has to be worried about. Because the space that they now need to be worried about is this choke, this choke, this choke, this choke, this choke, this choke, that the defense side has to retake. And that's essentially what space is all about, is for the offense is how can we expand the amount of places that the enemy needs to run. And the defense is vice versa. How do we shrink it down so that we don't have to look at so many places? Simple enough? Okay?
Yep.
Alright. So once again, map should look like this. And not something like this. Because as soon as this happens, it's very, very hard for offense to win this round. Okay? Now, let's do for a more default type situation. Defense, same thing. They're playing their default positions, and on offense, it's default. Okay? So 1-3-1. They're not exactly fighting for space. Just information, information, information. 3-man can fight because there's a rule. Anytime you have more numbers than the enemy does in that specific choke, that fight will always be advantageous for you. Okay? So the only ones that are fighting is mid. Okay? Now let's say we get a trade 1 for 1. So this chamber dies vent, and one of our guys dies mid. Now, in this situation, do you think it's better for defense or offense right now?
Offense.
Yes, it's way better for offense. The reason being is because
Thank you.
They have way more chokes to worry about. Because as soon as they lose vent, one guy on vent, now this guy that's playing tower, he's not safe anymore. Because now he has to hold 2 chokes. Not just like a ramp here and over here. You also have to be worried about the vent angle now.
It's not on.
And same with this tower player. Less chokes for him, but he can't play as aggressively anymore because he knows he's going to be outnumbered. So he can't really fight for this unless he wants to put himself in a disadvantageous fight. Okay? And because this player has to play back more, this player on B is also affected. Because now he's not only wary about B main, he has to be wary about this angle as well. So in this type of situation, on offense, what do you think that would be a good play to do? Not using abilities or anything, just positions. Completely positioned.
Pick position. I mean, maybe regroup to it to one side. I mean, one stroke point.
Perfect. Love it. So, really, really good. Something that I would suggest, other than like fully full grouping, is just to leave an insert and have 3-man either go A or B. Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. So this is a best case scenario for attack. Reason being is they still have every single one of these chokes they need to worry about. They can't leave A, they can't leave tower, they can't leave this tower, and this guy can't leave site. So what that means is that regardless wherever we go, we always have the advantage. Doesn't matter. Now, what's one of the worst things we can do from this position?
Over push.
Yes, over push. So let's just say we got 1 for 1, and we know that there's like 1 here, and we tried to get this fight early, which is fine, by the way. But whatever happens, he doesn't die. He's able to go back. Okay? And then these two might want to keep trying to force him. So these guys go up. This guy has a safe angle, but now because of our positioning, there are other chokes that we now need to be wary of. Because for green side, not only do they have to be worried about close left, right here, they also have to be worried about this here now as well, and also behind the box. So this is actually a really bad play to make after getting a trade 1 for 1 on B, provided that they didn't kill this guy quickly as well. Okay?
Okay, question.
Yeah.
If they didn't kill the guy tower, like, what about just fake rushing him and go back vent to wait for the guy?
So here's the thing about how hard that's going to be as well, fake rushing it. First of all, it's really dependent on who these two are specifically, if we're going to include util into it. But in order to really fake this guy needs to be scared enough to run away, or you kill that guy. Okay. And each way has a risk with it, because once again, if you guys continuously push here, you're fighting multiple chokes that you need to be aware of. Whereas this guy's literally only in one place, and this guy, if he wants to support, only has to look at one place. Okay. But let's just say we do have util. We can definitely continuously fake this, right? I don't want to get into like util usage because I feel like that'll just blow everyone's brain out, and so I'm only going to talk about positionally, as if we're playing Counter-Strike and no one has abilities. But yes, you can definitely continuously fake this by smoking this guy off, flashing him, and that'll be enough. You don't even need to like run at him or anything. At the same time, after your util goes up, you two can continuously take vent while this guy's like rotating, and this guy's taking space. Now, in order for this to happen, however, to fake something like this game is all about information. So, let's say we did that, right? We faked it, pressure this guy ends up going back. It's very, very likely that these guys are going to rotate. Okay. But what if they don't? Because we don't have any information on that. This person isn't able to hear them, and these two won't be able to hear them. So if we even, like, for example, try to fake this with 2-man, pressure this guy to back off, and then re-hit A, this gives this guy an opportunity to take space through vent. And the reason why he has the opportunity to take vent is because this guy would have information about our two guys pushing up there. Now, vice versa, if we literally did nothing, this guy's scared shitless. This guy's scared of one angle. But this guy literally has no choice other than make a risky play by going forward or go backwards. Most players will go backwards because it's gambling either way. And this is like the safest option for him. Okay?
Yeah.
Move in on. Okay, so this is like the same thing that I was trying to explain in terms of visually. Yellow is a neutral space, and neutral space everyone needs to be worried about. So, exactly what you said, Moon, is to play our number advantage and group up and hit one site. So instead of everyone grouping up, leave one insert in the area that we attained. This guy is the key factor in winning this whole entire round. Why do you use why? Why do I say that? Anyway.
Because they don't expect that.
No, that's not the reason. This guy is 100%.
He can flank. And he can flank after.
You can get info?
Yes, info. He's the guy with the information. Okay. He's the guy that's gonna know how many are gonna rotate off. He's gonna know if they're gonna rotate fast, if they're gonna rotate slow. He also could hear this guy. This one insert here has positioning information on 3 of their players when it's 4v1. This guy doesn't necessarily have a flank opportunity. It's not that he has this opportunity to like, oh, they're gonna not realize I'm flanking up here, right? They're 100% wary about this position because they already know we're mid. So there's no way they're gonna just leave this line alone. Okay? So it is not about his ability to flank or his timing or anything. It's his ability to get information.
Okay.
With this information, no matter what the enemy does, as long as this player knows how to give the information, this round is winning for the offensive team. Because let's just say we made noise garage, right? And this guy hasn't caught up yet because he was all the way A main to start with. So when they have this information, the enemy knows that we're B main and mid. So we have all of that space that they need to be wary about. So what they'll have to do is, at the very minimal, have this guy start rotating, have this guy cover tower. Now, this player over here would have that information because he has to get there relatively fast. Because we also know, offensively, that there was one guy in heaven, and there's one rotating through spawn, we know at the very least 2 people are going to be around this area. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, with this information, seeing how this map state is, what would you do?
Because we know, like, there's 2 heaven right now. Maybe going back A, I guess.
Okay. So, the stuff that we do know, right? 2 heaven.
Yes.
And the other 2 is like unknown. The one thing we do know is that this one guy, he came from A. Okay. The other two we have no idea, but very likely 1v1 A. But unless we have that information, we're not 100% certain. So, since we know that there's two heaven, and we don't know where the other two are, what's a way that we can play that we know that we'll have an advantageous fight against them? Not against specifically these two, but no matter where we hit, we will basically never lose. What could we do?
Okay.
Anyone?
The question? My mom talked to me.
Okay. Oh, okay. New master? Yeah.
What was this one?
So, in this situation over here, in this map state, they have 4 alive, we have 4 alive. We know that there's 2 heaven, towards heaven, the heaven. And that's all we know. In this map state, what can we do offensively to ensure that we will have a guaranteed advantageous fight?
Send
Go
one
fence.
person flank, the rest of them need to group together.
Send one person
Go
flank.
fence.
Yes. What Moon just said is to cancel this B hit, regroup, and go vents.
I think that one really depends on where Spike is. Like, if Spike was already garage,
Doesn't matter.
I don't think canceling the hit is the best choice because it gives them time to get back to A.
So, forcing B here is not an advantageous fight. It's not guaranteed. But canceling and grouping up vent is guaranteed advantageous fight. So this is why learning and knowing how positionally to get advantages will get you ahead of the curve. Most people, like New Master said, is that they will force this fight over here, where potentially one site, we know one's heaven, and we know one's close heaven's here. Okay. Yes, we have a 2v1, but
Well, I mean, now it's different. Because before it was just like, we know 2 are heaven.
Yeah, that's the only information we know. Like, they have 2 more alive, we don't know where they are.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was, okay.
I see. Gotcha.
From my perspective, I thought you said it was like a 2v4.
Gotcha.
And we knew where both were. Because, like, if it was a 2v4, like, with the current positions, I still think, like, a connected B hit would be...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
no, this situation is different.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Also, this 2v1 here, is this advantageous or not? For these
No.
players?
No.
Why is it not? There's 2 people, so technically,
Because when you go out,
Mm-hmm.
you need to watch more lane, like more specific lane than the defensive guy. We just need to watch main, so you can kill both for free, and no one can retrade him, I guess.
Perfect.
And you can just jiggle maybe, and get the information and going out. Shit.
Yeah. Perfect. So this, even though there's numbers, is not advantageous fight. Because when these 2 pick up, they have way more to look at than this guy, Chamber, over here. Like Moon said, Chamber only has to be wary of like one angle, okay? These 2 have to split their attention for close right, hell, tower, rafters, left box, backside B. So, even if there was 3 players here, by the way, once again, going through this without util, okay? So, if there were 3 players here, this 1v3 situation is even.
I think it's still bad.
I would say so. How it kind of works is how much do you have to look at versus okay, if you really want to get to the nitty gritty of it, is one person has to look at one thing, 3 people individually has to look at least 2 things. But because they are so close together, this fight is essentially even. It's 1v3. But yeah, we'll go and get it. Obviously, if we're talking with utility, a lot of people don't understand the controller role. Okay, so I'm gonna just use this opportunity to, talk about it, because why not? The controller role over here. In what way do you think which smoke do you think would be the most beneficial for these 3 players?
One way on the box.
Heaven.
Or one way heaven.
Okay, Moon, let other people answer, okay? Fuck.
Baba.
He's the kid that sits in front of the class specifically to answer questions.
I'm eating right now.
Alright. So there's positive and negatives to this one way. Yes, really good one way because it cuts off 2 angles. Cuts off rafters and B tower. But the angle that it doesn't cover is this one right here. Fucking hell corner. Bullshit. Okay? But otherwise, pretty decent. If this one smoke was held here, or even up here, this is now an advantageous fight for these 3 people against this one guy. Because this cuts off 2 angles that these 3 people need to worry about. And now 3 people only have to worry about, really, realistically, right, left, forward. Cool. Okay. So, before I move on, does everyone understand how this 1v3 is not an advantageous fight for these 3 players? Yeah?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Alright, so I don't have, I just put shit down of stuff that I need to go through. So I'm gonna do this on the spot with everyone. Let's see what I wrote. Go through why staying alive is better than getting equal kills when fight is unfair. Okay. You know how I yell at people to not plant sometimes? I guess that's a rhetorical question.
Yes, but you only really do it occasionally.
Yeah. The time. Okay. I don't. Let's just say this in this situation here: 3 people are alive on offense, and 4 people are alive defense. And this is like the positioning. And let's just say everyone knows where everyone is. Okay. How can we make it that these 3 people will get an advantageous fight?
Go for 3v2.
Yes. Perfect. 3v2. Use your number advantage while they are split up. Even technically, they have the number advantage because there's 4 people alive. But realistically, they only have the advantage if they're able to group up together. Otherwise, they don't have any advantages. Okay? If we were smart, and if we knew exactly where they were, like how they know exactly where we are, we either take our 3-man, fight the 2 here, take the 3-man, fight the 2 here. Okay. Planning here is not a good situation. Now, let's change it up.
Yeah. What if, like, we don't have time to fight and we need to blend?
Okay, that's different. You know, we're not. If time is in the equation, time is in the equation. You know, you do what you can.
Okay, got you.
Okay, Now, what about this? We have 4 versus 4. What do you think the best play is?
He says a 4v4.
Yeah, 4v4. Even numbers.
Anyways, take a space, no? Go for a 4v2 or a 3v2.
3v2? And leave one guy here? Okay. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. When it's even numbers, it's totally okay to plan. When it's even numbers, you don't necessarily need to force. Okay? Now, that's also dependent on how many places we need to be wary about. Because, let's say the position was this. Now, this is not an okay position to plant. Reason being is we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to be worried about. This position is horrible, and in this position we want to do exactly like it was on if we were outnumbered, and push something where we have a numbers advantage. Okay. Earlier when everyone was even, when it was totally okay to plant, over here is when we only need 2 or fewer places to be wary of. That's when it's a good situation to plant. So, over here, when we're positioned like this, let's say we'd even clear backside, okay? And this guy's going safe. This is completely okay to plant because there's only 2 areas we need to be worried about, which is here and here. And when we're even numbers, so we're good to plant. Okay? But as soon as there's more than 2 places we need to care about, we need to reposition ourselves. Now, this happens really often on A site. Okay? Super often on A site. Even if, let's say, 5 of us were alive. Okay? And let's just say it's a 3v5. And we're all here. And let's just say we don't know where the enemy is. Is this good for attack to plant?
No.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
I mean, no.
Yeah, the answer is no. Because there's no need, unless obviously time's running out, but there's absolutely no need for us to plant, because when we plant, we're all trapped. We're like trapped because we don't necessarily know where the other 3 enemies are. But let's just say they're here. Now, this fight here is still pretty good if everyone was in this corner. Why? Because once again, just 2 angles to look at. Wonderful. But this doesn't ever happen. Generally, we have 1 guy back here. There's like 2 guys back here. There's 1 guy over here. And, sometimes there's a guy like out here or something. Okay? This is horrible positioning for offense, because not only do we not get number advantage, we're also trapping ourselves. where we have nowhere to go. In this situation, this happens a lot, and it's one of the worst things ever because you'll feel so bad when you guys lose. Okay? So, over here, one-on-one, he knows exactly where to look. You know exactly where to look. One-on-one, same situation. If there was a guy here, same situation. If there was a guy here, same situation. So, horrible positioning. Same with heaven. You can isolate 1v1s. One here, one here, one here, one here. Okay? So, really bad, really bad. So once again, it is way better for all of us to be in this fucking corner than it is for us to position in a way where we're not using our advantage, which is 5v3. Okay. Now let's change the situation. Okay. Let's say that same thing, 5v3. But we're not taking any additional space. Tell me what would be a good spots for these 5 people. Anyone?
2 screens, maybe.
All right, 2 holding screens. Okay.
Maybe 1 hell.
1 hell. Yeah. Okay.
1 main.
Yes. Okay. It's even better to have 2 main. But yeah. So this is how we get the advantage. Because once again, for the site people, only 2 places that they need to worry about. Great. But as soon as there's a... Sorry?
Ramps?
Vents? You mean over here?
Ramps.
Oh, ramps. Oh, well, ramps for these 2 guys. But these 2 guys are home. I don't really care about these 2 guys because they're not...
I'd say ramps is good, but ramps like late. Like once we know they've already pushed up in a certain spot, then you can push ramps. But holding ramps is not a good idea because they can just clear it. If one of them's got an op, you're just dead.
So, over
So
here...
they'll have peeker's advantage.
So, over here, if it is a 5v3 and we don't know where they are, going up here is not a good idea if we already have a site.
We're talking about holding, no?
Yes, holding is great. Holding,
Yeah,
2 man here, wonderful. Okay, so in this situation, we have the advantage in this position because no matter where they go, we're always going to play with numbers. Okay, so over here, 2v1, could be even 3v1, 4v1, but let's just say these 3 here because they're smarter to play safer. Okay, this guy coming out, 3v1, this guy, 2v1. And let's just say they all decide to go to one spot over here, all screens. This is still terrible for them because on the flip side, same thing on B. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles to worry about. So horrible for them.
Unrelated, but I got all the way up to the top of the building and split.
The top of the building? What do you mean? What do you mean? What top of the building? Huh? What? New master? What?
Top of the big building.
Okay.
The one all the way out in the distance. I'm above the map.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about, but it's okay. There. Wait, before I go on, does this make sense for everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So a lot of times, whenever we lose post plant, is because we play like this. Okay. This allows us to make lose post plants.
I think it's also like with us specifically. I think it's a combination of like some people want to fight, and then some people don't want to fight, and then it just winds up like half of us wind up taking ones, and then the rest of us just sit in a corner waiting for them.
So here's always the rule, okay? No matter what, if one person is fighting and you are close by, like this close, you fight with them. Okay? No matter what, that's going to be the rule. That way, there won't be any confusion, ever. But let's just say, you know, this guy decides to fight, and you're like back here. What do you think is the best play for this guy over here?
For that guy, elbow. Help
Yeah.
push screens.
No, this guy's is pushing already, but you're too far to join him. Like, by the time you join him, he's either gonna have already fought and won or died, or like you'll be like this, you know. This guy's in this position, and since this guy wants to fight like sporadically, you can't join him because you're not close enough. So, what else can this guy do that it would be super helpful?
Try and hold heaven, I guess.
Yes, perfect. Yes, great answer. Is to keep the advantage and only focus at one place, one spot. Now, let's just say this guy was scared and this guy took screens. This guy is now fucked. Because, one, we're too scared to hold heaven. And two, once they're out heaven, this guy has no choice but to hide and wait. It's like, when they're out, bam, bam, bam. Unless your teammates have great timing on like swinging like this. But let's face it, most of the time, it won't happen. This guy is literally fucked. Because, let's just say this guy, he was able to trade 1 for 1, okay? And these two don't exist, or whatever. They're like holding it. This guy here, no matter what, unless these two play like idiots, it's going to be a disadvantageous fight. Okay? So, what I really, really want to say, in case it isn't clear to anyone by now, is when we do not have number advantage or even numbers on offense, we have 4, we have 3, don't automatically plant. Do not automatically plant. Unless we're like running out of time, okay? But yeah, do not automatically plant because this fucks us more than it helps us. Okay? Literally, we are in no rush. So yeah, let's fucking find an advantageous fight for us, you know? And the other thing I really want to point out is when we are even in numbers, when we are even in numbers, for the love of God, please don't hide here. This position is the worst position you can be when we are even in numbers or we have number advantage. Because this does absolutely nothing. Because remember, there are 3 places that we essentially need to hold. Screens, tower, ramp, a main area. Okay, that's three spots. Being here does absolutely nothing because it doesn't hold any one of those 3 chunks. A great positioning to play is here, holding main, here holding heaven, here holding screens, here holding heavens. Or if you want to play super risky and our teammates have space, over here to hold for main while this guy holds for heaven. Like this. Wonderful positioning. Wonderful. Okay. But anyone here that has no way to help with this choke or with the ramp A main choke does absolutely nothing. Okay? They're just waiting for the enemy to engage onto them. Alright? Cool. Make sense? Yeah. Okay. Alright. I need to go through why staying alive is better than getting equal kills. Okay. So Moon, this one you do a lot, and once you know when to do this, you are going to be so much better. Okay. So let's do A as an example. Over here, and we took A, and we did a 1-for-1. That's just here. 1-for-1. We were pushing screens, and then Moon, you're this guy here. Okay. We know you could hear them rotating, and there's a guy heaven, probably one back. Okay. So in this situation where you're alone, but you have space that's pretty damn good, and you think to yourself that they're literally running, so there is a timing that you can probably get a kill. However, unless you get this kill, you staying alive is way more important than you getting this kill here. Because this 1v1 works out better for them. And this gives them a better advantage. Because the 3 people who are alive, they only had 2 things to worry about. Rafters main, but now it's 3 things to worry about. And now they need to, in order for them to retake the advantage, they need to it's basically impossible, because in this positioning here, it's really hard for them to group up to retake a main heaven type shit. So these 3 will need to all back up or grouped up together, which is more likely, and play reactively. So in positions where any one of us has an ability for to clear one choke for the whole entire team, has a really good position. This isn't the only scenario. Let's just say we have one lurk here up in this position, and they had 4, they're let's just say 2-2. Okay? And it was 3-side. In no way, shape, or form, this guy fighting this guy here, good. Not good whatsoever. Okay? Same situation. We trade 1-for-1. This helps them. It doesn't help us. Because this space over here gives us all of this, right? But as soon as this guy dies, with even trades, this space is now reduced to this over here. Okay? So it's very, very situational, especially when you're alone, to know when to fight and your time. and whatnot. The best thing that this guy could do is wait for them to get on site and then go up here. That's the best thing this guy can do. Okay. Otherwise, you know, if they're pushing you, you can't really do anything, right? It's 2v1. But they don't know you're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, hope that makes sense.
Yes.
Cool. Alright, whatever. Go through how to position with teammates in fights. You just stick together, but go through others. Okay. So, when playing together, it's a big ass mistake when we're in a position where let's do one where, okay, this happens a lot. Where this happens. We're like this. Okay, I've seen this so many goddamn times that it blows my mind. So, this player they're basically both kind of fighting for like male. Maybe this guy's holding vent and this guy's holding male, which is horrible, by the way. This is not advantageous whatsoever, playing like this.
How the fuck did that not hit him?
So this is very bad. By the way, new master, from out of all of us, you should be paying attention to this because positionally, very important for you. Okay, now with this over here, this isn't great because they actually have an advantage over both of these fights over here. Because they're gonna, if they're aware to like pre-aim and whatnot, they'll have the peeker's advantage and 1v1, yada yada. Okay, both of these positions, you'll be reacting to them. So this, I fucking hate. This, I fucking love. So this small difference between playing over here and playing over here is very, very impactful. Like hugely, immensely impactful. Because now, no matter what happens, because there's usually one male, one vent, you're gonna be in an advantageous fight no matter what happens. Because this guy swings, 1v2. Okay, he doesn't swing, we decide to push up together. Boom, 1v2. Boom, 1v2. Like, this is advantageous, like no matter what we do, if we're not talking with abilities. This over here is horseshit positioning, and we should never fucking do it. This is dog shit, like bait your teammate, let's see who dies first type bullshit. Okay. So if you don't know how to position in a way to fight together, just fucking stick together, like as close as possible. Like just be on top of each other. Now, if you do know how to position and whatnot, then I'll show you some good examples. So, some good example of positioning is, if you're not close to them, is let's just say you're butt to butt, and this guy was able to make it all the way up to here. In this situation, it's good to do this. Okay, you guys aren't close together. How's this good? Because of this position, no matter what happens, it's going to be advantageous. Why do I say that? Because let's just say this guy swings, right? This guy fights this 1v1, kills him, this guy instantly gets this kill. Okay? Same situation on the other side. This guy kind of comes here, comes to kill him, swing, instantly kills. Okay, so this would be an example of good positioning when you're not, you know, next to butt to butt with your teammate. Okay. Now let's say this guy's over here and you're over here. what would you like to do? Kit, this one's for you. Where would you like to go if you were this player over here? Kit, are you muted again? No.
Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't understand this one.
Okay, perfect. All right, Moon, where would you go if you were this player?
The guy going up.
No, you're not the guy going up. You're the one behind. You weren't fast enough, for whatever reason.
Me, I'm going whatever. Like I'm just going with. Like even if I'm late, I'm like saying maybe just wait for me, or like I'm just running towards him.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Pretty much what you want to do. However, because of this distance, you trying to follow the same pathing as him is not good because you're too far apart. But
Yeah.
what you can do to catch up, because once again, all this game is about is how many people are holding the exact same choke, right? This choke, this choke. So what this guy could do to position himself better isn't to try to follow him because he's too far to go butt to butt.
Hold then for him, no?
No, staying here is also not great because this.
No,
team-
hold then for him.
Yeah, like over here holding vent. Not great.
Okay.
Not great. Because once again, two places to be wary about, right? You're looking at one. He's exposed to two though. So,
I don't have you added. Kitsune, drag him in.
oh shit. Who am I dragging in?
Kit, I invited you to the scrim.
Oh fuck, it's already time? God damn. Okay. Real quick for you, kid. The best thing you could do in this position is swing wide over here. Best thing you could do. Swing wide.
If they swing male, I can help him and help him from bend.
Exactly. So this over here, since you're too far, go in a position where you can help them from both chokes. So that way, no matter what, they won't get a 1v1.
I was thinking when I go the first thing, like the first one can go towards the box, so he can get killed from bend. That was
this
I was
one, holding.
thinking, but
Yes, yeah. Most players in your position will do the exact same thing, but that's bad positioning.
yeah.
Okay? But now
Okay,
you know.
I understand why.
Perfect. Okay, there was more that I was supposed to go through, but I didn't think it would take this long. Alright, cool, script time.
Who's Lugart?
I don't know.
That's Luke. He's gonna watch my stream.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to update Loxy.
Wow, Kitsune, you wasted his time.
I was busy, okay? Like... Black. Sorry. Don't need you to sub anymore.
Ready, right?
Hello. Hold on.
Oh, wait,
Fuck,
wait,
my
wait.
bad.
Yeah, we gotta wait for Reese.
You guys are so fast.
Hola.
Guys, who's David? Why is David just chilling in the...
Oh, that's just my friends.
Oh, okay.
Does he want to watch?
I mean, if you want to let him join, he might. I don't know.
That dude better stay quiet.
I mean, I'll need to mute him, but if he wants to, like, if you want him to watch, he can watch. I don't know.
Application display. Okay.
Give me like 5 seconds to see if he's gonna respond. Actually, hold on. Let me switch VCs real quick. Ask him. Not here. Just rip it.
Alright, Leo.